young Princess Victoria was kept away from other children. And this little King Charles Spaniel was her favorite. His name was Dash, and she wrote in her journal about how much he meant to her. Imagine growing up in a big castle, alone most of the time, and then suddenly, at only 18 years old, you're crowned the next Queen of England. Because that is your homework for tonight. You will write a 300-word journal entry from the point of view of Queen Victoria in 1837. Okay, and extra credit if you include Dash in your entry. Joe, sit back down, please.
I have lacrosse practice.
We talked about this. You need a passing grade in order to stay on the team.
Go on to practice now, son.
I'm sorry, Mr. Markham, but he wasn't dismissed yet.
Oh, I think the adults should be able to work this out now, don't you? Joe seems to have this idea that you threatened to have him banned from the lacrosse team.
Oh, of course I never said that. I offered extra help so he won't get suspended from the team.
You know they wouldn't suspend him. He's the best player on the team.
Well, school rules say that a student needs a passing grade in order to play sports.
Well, Miss Scott, then you obviously need to pass him.
Joe needs to earn his grade.
How much do you want?
You can't be serious.
People like you always have a price. How much is yours?
The grades at the school are not for sale.
Do I need to remind you that my wife sits on the board of this school?
And I'm sure she would like the students to receive the education they've paid for, especially her own son.
You seem to be confused about how things work here. You're going to learn. I promise you.
Bliss! Aww. I'm happy to see you too. Mwah. It's been quite the day, Blissy. How about you take me for a walk? Good girl. We are gonna do so well at that show, young lady. So I don't know if Joe's dad was trying to rattle me or what.
Oh, I'm sure he was just puffing out his chest. What did you say his name was again?
Grant Markham.
I'll look him up.
Mom, these invoices are ready. Lizzie, what in the world are you doing to Bliss?
Hand stacking? I have to teach her to hold this position in different places around different people, so we're ready for a big show on Saturday.
A dog show is no place to spend your birthday.
But the show is so much fun, and it's like a party.
I want to invite the best man from the Smith wedding. He's an investment banker. He is so
Mom,
handsome.
you promised no more trying to fix me up. I'm happy on my own.
Oh, hey, here he is. Grant Markham. He is a lobbyist for Wall Street. Oh, those guys really do like to get their own way.
He won't get his way this time. I'm suspended because Grant Markham complained about me. That doesn't seem reasonable.
It's a formality. Many private schools do the same. It protects the students and gives the board the chance to investigate the complaint.
Don't you want to know what really happened?
I don't want to get in the middle of a he said, she said. That's what the investigation is for.
Dr. Thurston, doesn't the truth matter?
Of course it matters. And you're a good teacher, Elizabeth. The students like you. Try to trust the process.
All I know is if I'd been practically laid off, I'd be at home in bed with a gallon of ice cream.
This is where I want to be, with sweet, uncomplicated canines. Dogs don't care about money. They don't try to manipulate people. They're just pure souls.
And you can brush them and make them all pretty. I'm gonna go to the coffee place around the corner. I will get you a birthday to that.
Okay, well, my group is in 20 minutes.
I won't miss it. I promise. Good luck, Bliss.
You don't need luck, do you? You are gonna melt their hearts. What's going on?
New judge. We have no idea what to expect from him.
Donovan Darcy.
You haven't heard of him?
Gabrielle? Lizzie! Oh my gosh! What has it been? 3 or 4 years now? Does my mother know you're in town?
Not yet. We're showing my terrier Rose today. I would have been showing Blossom, but my handler broke her leg, poor thing.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So, you know this judge?
Yes, and you're lucky to get him. He's one of the best judges in New York, when he has time, that is. He runs his own foundation. They give away millions every year. Oh, there he is now. Interesting that he's judging your group today. He almost always judges the terriers at home. A sight to behold, isn't he? Liz?
I'm good.
He's almost too pretty.
Look how he's talking to those people.
Up and back, please.
He looks a little arrogant to me.
You have no idea what he's saying. Give him a chance. Maybe he's super nice.
Where's 8?
Number 8.
Elizabeth, aren't you number 8? They've been calling you.
Oh.
Number 8? You're late.
Guilty. Does that mean you take off points?
There's something that is preventing you from entering the ring right now, or do I need to have an invitation engraved for you?
Sorry.
On the platform, please.
You're just so serious.
Do you take these responsibilities seriously? Most handlers appreciate that.
Most judges crack a smile now and then. I assume this is something that you love.
Up and back, please. Fine eyes. Shame about the freckles. I was referring to the dog.
Thank you for clarifying.
If you are confused about the way things are done in the ring, I promise you'll learn.
You did awesome. Or at least Bliss did. You looked like you were yelling at the judge.
You should have heard how he was talking to me. He sounded like Grant Markham.
I've always found Donovan rather charming.
He must have a different definition of charming.
Well, a cool, crisp charm, I admit.
Final judging.
Oh, time for the verdict.
Our winner. Our reserve winner.
thing. That hat was my idea. I picked it out myself.
You deserve a lot of the credit for that ribbon, Lizzie. You handled Bliss beautifully.
Well, she makes it easy.
I want you to be my handler in New York. Your sister told me about your suspension.
You told her?
Oh, please. Your mother is one of my closest friends. You used to call me Auntie. You'll get no judgment from me. Now, my handler will be out for months, and Rose is on track to make champion this year. If you come work for me, you could have experience handling at big shows, and you could come and stay with me in my brownstone.
Thank you. Truly. But I expect to go back to work very soon. Let's drink to that.
Oops, empty. I'll be right back.
It is so good to see her. Mom is gonna flip.
Totally. Thank you for being here.
You're the best.
Happy birthday. Thank you.
Number 8.
It's Elizabeth. Elizabeth Scott.
I see. Birthday wishes are in order.
Yep, she's the big 3-0 today.
And she looks like she's having such fun.
You were supposed to wait for me.
Allow me to introduce my sister, Zara.
This is my sister, Jenna.
You're not going to spend all day talking again, are you? It's like he's the king and I'm the tiny little minion.
I'm sure that's exactly how he is.
We will leave you to your celebration then.
You said that he was being rude, but you were the one who was being rude just now.
What do you mean? His own sister thinks he's arrogant.
She was teasing him.
You look fabulous. Divorce suits you. Can you believe my baby is turning 30 years old and no one to take her out on her birthday? I mean, she won't let me set her up. Maybe she'll let you set her up.
Mom, not so loud.
Look at this face. She is gorgeous. Look.
I was glad to get your call. I didn't think the investigation would go so fast.
Yes, they moved quickly on this.
So, will I be able to start back this afternoon?
I'm sorry, Elizabeth. You won't be returning to your classroom.
I don't understand.
According to Grant Markham, you tried to extort money from him for a passing grade for Joe.
What? That's not true.
It doesn't matter whether I believe it. Mrs. Markham sits on the board and she believes it. The board's voted to let you go for violating the ethics code of your contract.
That's not right. Not just for me, but for my students. I think the media should hear about this.
Elizabeth, this isn't a public school, it's private, which means it's their world. Right or not, they're allowed to show you the door.
Can I at least say goodbye to my students? Gabrielle? It's Elizabeth. Is that job offer as your handler still open? We're here, Bliss. Come on. Here you go, sir. Thank you. Come on. Here you go, Bliss.
Lizzie! Welcome to New York. Hi, come on in.
Forgot my bags. I'm under the chandelier. Hi. Oh, aren't you adorable? Oh, yes. Yes, you are.
Miss Scott. What a surprise.
You. Mr. Darcy, I don't understand. What are you doing here?
You act as if I've invaded your territory when you're invading mine. This is my neighborhood. Can I help you with...
I'm fine. I thought you lived in an estate somewhere not here.
Well, my official address is in Connecticut, where I grew up, but this is where I stay when I'm in the city.
Oh, of course you have vacation homes, probably in Hawaii or Europe. Do you ever get confused about where you are when you wake up?
Are you always this hostile?
I'm sorry. We seem to rub each other in the wrong way.
Yeah, I suppose I can be abrasive. In my good opinion, once lost is lost forever.
What does that mean exactly?
Nothing.
Well, we have the same taste in dogs.
Yes, this is Phineas. And I have another named Figgy just inside over there who just gave us a new litter of pups.
Wait, you live across the street?
When I'm not confused about where I am when I wake up, yes.
I wonder why Gabrielle didn't tell me.
Maybe you should ask her that.
It's the Mayfair show. It's a beautiful venue, and we expect Rose to do very well. Don't we, darling? Yes, we do. Now we need to decide on what you're going to wear. Lizzie. Earth to Elizabeth.
Sorry. You were saying?
Is everything all right?
Why didn't you tell me that Donovan Darcy lives across the street?
Oh, so you've run into him already. I wonder, did sparks fly between the two of you again?
If you mean, did we run into the wall of our mutual dislike? Yes.
Donovan doesn't dislike you. I saw the way he looked at you at the show in D.C.
Yeah. He looked so far down his nose at me, it must have given him vertigo. Believe me, this man wants nothing to do with me.
Excuse me.
Zara! Hello!
Hi! Donovan said I should invite you over to see the new puppies.
Oh, that's right. Figgy's had her new baby.
Yeah, so he said to come over at 3 tomorrow, and that you should bring your house guests too.
He invited me.
I'm sorry, you look familiar.
I met you in Washington, D.C.
Right, you were the one with no manners. Or at least that's what my brother said. Sorry, everyone tells me I have no filter.
One of the reasons why I love teenagers. I teach high school. I like it when my students always let me know where I stand with them.
A high school teacher, wow. You must be brave. Or crazy. So I'll see you tomorrow?
We'll be there.
Bye.
You see? I told you Donovan was interested in seeing you again.
Well, I have no desire to see him. But I will go for the Cavalier puppies.
Whatever you say.
There. Out of sight, out of mind. Oh, come here. Come here. Oh, that's a good girl. Hi, Rosie. Are you ready to be part of the team? Oh, that's a good girl.
Hello, Linus.
Miss Barrow, always a pleasure. Mr. Darcy offers his apology. He couldn't be here. He had an unexpected meeting. But he told me to make sure you come in and visit with the puppies. He's very proud of them. Come in. Please, this way. Oh, there are Figgy and her pups. Yes, and may I also present Mr. Darcy's aunt, Miss Violet Darcy.
Hello, Violet.
And Miss Felicity Robson, a friend of the family. Ladies, Miss Barrow and Miss...
Just Elizabeth. It's so nice to meet you.
Is it? Shall I call Linus back to fetch you a lint brush?
Oh, I was working with Gabrielle's terrier all morning. I thought we were just meeting puppies. And they are adorable.
Donovan dotes on them. In all the years I've known him, he's never gone so silly over a litter.
That is saying something. Now, you have known Donovan since he was, what, 16?
And I was 14. My brother Henry is Donovan's best friend.
And you always manage to find a way to tag along on all of their escapades.
Oh, yes.
Annoying little sisters tag along whether they're wanted or not. I know, I have two.
What were you saying about little sisters? How awesome they are.
Hey, Zara. I have fallen in love with your puppy.
Aren't they just the cutest things in the whole entire world? Where's Donovan? I need him to help me with my history paper.
Oh, he had to leave, darling. Foundation business.
I'd be happy to help you, Zara.
This is not your place. Zara, Felicity will help you.
But Elizabeth is an actual teacher. I took plenty of history classes in college. Come, show me where you're stuck. Nice to meet you, Elizabeth.
Isn't she lovely? I've always been impressed with her. She tries hard to be there for Zara. After all, she's going to be Zara's sister-in-law very soon. Come to Mama. There's my little precious baby.
Admit it. Donovan Darcy wants nothing to do with me. He wasn't even there. Plus, he's practically engaged.
I'm sure if he wanted to marry Felicity, he would have proposed ages ago.
You're just like my mother. Can't admit when you're wrong. Isn't it a beautiful night? Yeah. Look at that. Look at that place.
Number 8. Pleasant evening for a walk, isn't it?
And then you pluck. We strip it in the direction that the hair grows. She likes it. You should see her at the shows. She loves the judge's attention, which today will be Donovan Darcy.
You sure he can take time out of his busy schedule?
I saw that jealous glint in your eye when you saw that picture of him with Felicity.
I just felt bad for the trees that died to print a photo of him arriving at a party.
It was a charity gala. He had to go.
Of course. And he had to be in the gossip pages of the paper, too.
Museums and hospitals all over New York have Darcy wings. He's been to the White House to advise the president on philanthropy. Of course the papers have to keep up with him.
The White House?
Mm-hmm. That's for you.
Jenna! Surprise! What are you doing here? The bridal market doesn't start until next week.
I thought I'd come early, hang out with you.
Oh, I'm so glad. But you know where we'll be hanging out, don't you?
This is it. This is the big show.
There's a lot of people here. I wish I brought pom-poms. I could be the cheerleader for Team Rose and Blossom. I just saw a woman putting a wig on a dog. That's cheating. Hair pieces are against the rules.
You're worried about cheating? It was a dog with a wig. Seriously, this dog show stuff is not normal.
See? They're almost headed to the altar. Felicity sticks to Donovan Darcy like glue.
Felicity is here at my invitation. Not that my nephew or our guests are any of your concern.
She gets to me.
How do you do?
She owns 5 dogs showing here today, and she seems to think that she's queen of the circuit.
That's the woman you showed me in the paper with Donovan.
Yeah, that's Felicity.
Then why is he looking at Elizabeth instead of his supposed girlfriend?
My 2
two judges?
Oh, the other one is a provisional judge. Donovan's training him.
I know why Donovan wasn't there when you came to see the puppies. Aunt Violet showed up and told Donovan there was some big emergency at the foundation. She knew you were coming.
How would she know that?
Oh, she knows all kinds of stuff she shouldn't know. Donovan thinks she has a spy in the house. She's looking at me. I better go. I still need help with my history paper. Can I come over tomorrow?
Of course.
Number 3, please.
Good luck.
Number 3.
Mr. Darcy?
Scott, meet Mr. Bingley. May we see your dog on the platform, please? Her back should be slender and agile, and her body the breadth of a man's hands. She should also possess eyes full of fire and intelligence.
I don't know what you do.
He's quoting the breed standard of Border Terriers.
Look forward to hearing more.
Mr. Bingley, what does the standard say about a border's temperament?
I believe it says the dog should be sweet and affectionate.
Sweet and affectionate. Valuable qualities.
Oh, I almost forgot the part about game for anything.
Miss Scott, may we see your dog on the down and back?
You may, Mr. Darcy.
Number 19.
Thank you, Miss Scott.
Now that was entertaining.
I'm gonna assume this isn't taken. Henry.
Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Jenna.
Jenna.
Lizzie, come meet Henry. This is my sister Elizabeth.
Ah, Henry. Nice to meet you.
You're Donovan Darcy's best friend.
Yes. I can tell you all kinds of stories of our teenage hijinks.
Hijinks. Donovan Darcy.
So I hope you don't mind if I ask your sister for a number. I'm planning to ask her out.
Or you could ask me right now.
How about tonight?
I would love to.
Great. I'm still gonna need your number, so would you put it in my phone?
Darling brother, there you are.
Hi.
Oh, hello, Elizabeth. Nice to see you again.
You know each other?
Oh, yes, Elizabeth Scott, the one I met at Donovan's house. Remember?
Yes, I do. Well, it's a pleasure meeting both the lovely Scott sisters. See you tonight, Jen. I suppose we're leaving now.
She talked to me as if she liked me.
Maybe she does.
Final judging.
Oh, final judging.
Good luck.
Yeah. Our winner. Our reserve winner.
My girls took it all. Well done.
Thank you, Mr. Darcy.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So this is what winning feels like. It's so very sweet. I told you this was Rose's year.
And I keep forgetting. I brought your mail. Oh, there you go. I'm off. Don't wait up.
So glad Jenna's hit it off with Henry. He's a catch, you know. Corporate lawyer, all that Robson money. Of course, not the same level as the Darcy money, but still. You all right? It's a letter from Grant Markham's lawyer. He's threatening to sue me for fraudulent accusations against him. I said the truth about him, and now he's gonna ruin me? This is ridiculous. I'm gonna go take a walk.
Lizzie,
Miss Scott. Glad I ran into you.
You don't have to say things that aren't true.
No, but I did want to apologize for not being home when you came to see Figgy's puppies. My aunt showed up with some exaggerated story. Well, sometimes it's a challenge to stay ahead of her hidden agendas.
I'm curious. Is that something you consider a real problem?
I suppose it depends on how you define problem.
How about poor, sick, oppressed, hungry?
Just because those things are not on my list of problems does not mean my list is empty.
I can't imagine what might be on your list. I taught privileged children, and at any hint of an issue, a parent would show up and make it go away, even if he made the teacher go away.
Are you crying?
No, I'm not crying. I don't cry. Why would you think I was crying? I'm not crying.
Oh, I love saying his name, Henry. He's just so amazing. I think he might be the one.
You've only known him for a week.
I knew after the first night. When you know, you know.
It's always been so easy for you to fall for someone. I wish I could be more like you.
Oh, I think you fall. I think you just deny it to yourself, like with Donovan.
I have not fallen for Donovan Darcy. Quite the opposite. We bring out the worst in each other.
Not true. You've had a different kind of energy since you met him.
You mean dark and stormy?
Like electrified. Why don't you just go for it? Just let go. It's an amazing thing to fall.
Riley, can you tell us what you're doing here? I'm ready to take the plunge, so I'm looking for the right dress. Actually, I'm here with the lovely Felicity Robson. She's on the lookout for the perfect wedding dress.
Would it be rude if I just walked up to Felicity and asked if she was engaged to Donovan? Or maybe I could just ask Henry.
She is welcome to him, although she's much too nice for him. She's warm and he's not.
yes, I heard what you said about Donovan. And I want you to know that he's a wonderful person. He's been a wonderful friend to me for more years than I can count.
Are you engaged?
There's always been an understanding between our families that one day we'll be married. I trust Donovan to know the right moment. And I plan to be ready when that moment comes.
Felicity.
They're not engaged.
I don't care.
Okay. Yeah, I think I got it. Hey, you're awesome. Way better at homework help than Felicity. At least she tried. Yeah, if you call her ignoring me while she's on her phone, fine.
Well, why not give her the benefit of the doubt? Your aunt says she might be your sister-in-law soon.
Yeah, she wishes. Donovan's not gonna marry her. He yawns when he talks to her. Not like when he talks to you. He's wide awake. Sort of electrified.
So when you're finished your rough draft, I'll help you edit it. Just watch. It is going to be the best paper I have ever written.
Thanks, Lizzie. Seriously.
Do you think it's true?
I don't know.
Hello? Ladies! Hey!
Hi.
did the homework help go?
Good. Zara is very bright.
I know. Thank goodness she has Donovan.
What do you mean?
Well, he's raised her since their parents died in a boating accident. You didn't know?
No, I was wondering why she was living with her brother, but
He insisted upon raising her. He was only 21 and Zara was 5.
Henry said he could have had her shipped off to relatives. Violet wanted to take her, but Darcy wanted her to stay with him. He gave up all the ordinary things guys do just so he could be there for her.
That's right.
I had no idea. And I told him he had no problems.
Violet made this happen. I'll bet you anything. She called the papers and they sent the photographers. Maybe I should fight fire with fire.
Good morning.
Good morning. I made an appointment for Rose and Blossom at the pet spa this morning. We want them all nice and pretty for the dog show this weekend. And that is your mission for the day.
But grooming them is my job.
Oh, they like a trip to the spa every now and then. Now go on, or you'll be late.
There she is. I'll just be a minute. Miss Scott.
Hello. You can call me Elizabeth. Or Lizzie. I told Zara to call me Lizzie.
Elizabeth will do fine. It's more, never mind. Why are you here?
Oh, Gabrielle asked me to bring the dogs.
At the same time, she knows I come to take Figgy every week.
Gabrielle is trying to throw us together. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have come had I known.
That's fine. I'm gonna be leaving soon anyways. I wanted to... Please, go ahead.
I wanted to apologize about what I said the other day, about you having no real problems. I was upset about other reasons.
I didn't take it personally. I wanted to thank you for helping Zara. She says you're a good teacher.
She's a good student who obviously thinks you're the sun and the moon. I admire you for raising her, even though you were young yourself.
You should admire her. She carried me through some difficult circumstances.
I don't know why I think money protects people from pain or need to work.
You imagine I don't work?
Oh, I mean, other than counting your money.
Well, clearly you have no idea how hard it is to count money. It takes days to get to $1 million. By the time you do, you're so exhausted, you lose count. You gotta start all over again. It's grueling work.
You know, sometimes you're almost charming.
It must not have heard you, right? It sounded to me like you said you find me charming.
Almost. Not quite. You're a mess.
Should see yourself.
Don't you look pretty, Figgy? She refuses to wear her ribbon today. Oh, well, that's because ribbons are for little girls, and Figgy is a mother. She's all grown up now.
Well, it was almost a pleasure speaking with you, Miss Smith.
Almost. Not quite.
Come on, Figgy.
We're back. Oh, the dogs look great. But you didn't really want me to take them there for that, did you?
What are you talking about?
You wanted me to run into Darcy.
I've no idea what you mean.
Huh. I don't know who you think you are. Coming into the house with that trash.
No, trash.
Accusing me of that
She's
sort.
living in
You
your...
need to leave. You need to apologize.
I have no intention. I'll do no such thing. Oh, here she is. Maybe she can explain herself.
Explain what?
This. Here. Let me read the headline. Donovan Darcy was spotted yesterday canoodling with an unidentified female companion. Is his engagement to Felicity Robson off?
We weren't canoodling.
Oh, yes, this is the 21st century, but I'm fairly certain that a woman who tries to seduce another woman's man is still a loathsome creature.
Oh, step down off your high horse. Donovan hasn't put a ring on Felicity's finger.
That wasn't a seduction.
If you don't stay away from my nephew, I will personally make sure you regret it.
Are you sure you know it's the 21st century? Isn't a grown man allowed to choose who he spends time with?
Do you have any idea what an important role Donovan plays as head of the family foundation? How many people he impacts, how significant his every choice. The right wife will make him even more effective in the world, but the wrong one.
I see no reason to continue this conversation. Please go.
I've said what needed to be said.
This is a disaster. If the press tries to find out who I am, then this whole horrible mess with Grant Markham could be splashed all over the paper tomorrow. And I might never be hired as a teacher again. No. If cameras follow Donovan Darcy around, I have to stay far, far away from him.
That might be hard to do. The Western Country show is this weekend. And Donovan is scheduled to judge the Terriers.
I feel like there's cameras everywhere waiting to pounce.
First, we're too far away from the city. Second, that photo from the other day, it's old news. Everyone's on to the next bit of gossip.
There's Felicity. I have to talk to her.
But it's almost time to...
Excuse me. Felicity, I want to explain. That photo in the paper of me and your Donovan, it gave the wrong impression.
It's all right. I know Donovan, and I know he's very loyal. I'm sure it was an innocent meeting.
It was. I wish it hadn't happened. I wish I never had to be anywhere near Donovan Darcy.
Well, Scott, I believe you're number one today.
I am. I guess I'll go.
How you can show your face here is beyond me.
Aunt, please.
Don't let that old dragon get to you.
It's not just her. I don't belong in this world. The public attention, the plots, the intrigue.
Number one.
It's me. Here we go.
You act as if I've offended you.
Didn't you see that picture of us in the paper?
I'd advise you to ignore those gossip rags.
Well, maybe you can ignore what people think of you, but that is not a luxury I can afford.
It's not a luxury. It's a choice.
A choice you can make because you're wealthy.
Get about my money. You, Elizabeth, are a snob.
Do you want me to tell you what I think you are?
May I see your dog on the down and back, please?
I have never met a more maddening human being than Donovan Darcy.
You two are like Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, arguing so passionately.
Final judging.
Our winner. Our well-deserved winner.
What are you doing? People are whispering and staring.
You making a fuss will only make them whisper more.
Haha, just one more win, and Rose will have enough points to be an official champion. It's the circuit director.
Ms. Barrow, I've been informed of a conflict of interest in today's decision for Rose and the Terrier Group.
What Aunt's doing?
It appears our judge has been intimate with the handler.
Well, I've informed him that there's been no intimacy.
Not even a little.
Look, I'll allow today's decision to stand under one condition. That Miss Scott no longer handles your dogs when Mr. Darcy's judging terriers.
But he's scheduled to judge the next 3 shows.
I'll recuse myself.
I'm afraid that would put us in a bind.
There's no use arguing, Gabrielle. This is Weston High School all over again.
I have no problem arguing against a bad decision.
This is his world. And he has the right to show me the door. And I would rather leave if the truth is beside the point.
That went well.
You'll have to find yourself another handler. I've let you down, and I don't want to impose on you any longer. I'm gonna pack when
This is my fault. I didn't just send you to the dog spa so that you would run into Donovan. I also called the paper to tip them off. I was trying to one-up Violet at her own game, and it backfired. So you can't go.
Thank you. I mean it. I am so grateful for everything you've done for me and all you've taught me. And I'll use it the next time I show Bliss when I'm back home again.
But you don't have a job there.
I always had a job at my mother's bridal shop.
Ah, that's why no one was answering my knock. I wanted to apologize for the snafu at the dog show last night.
I'd love to blame you, but I can't. Not really.
Well, I'd like to discuss the situation if you have time.
Well, let's go inside.
I'd rather talk about it someplace else.
I'd rather not be all over the paper tomorrow.
Well, I have an art collector friend with a room full of paintings, including an original King Charles owned by Queen Victoria.
You mean Dash?
Yeah, you know him?
Yeah, I taught my class about him. I definitely want to see that. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
I realize now that I was too cavalier about the photo in the paper. Sorry. I didn't see how it would impact you.
Gabrielle tells me you plan to go back to D.C.
I've spoken with the circuit director, persuaded him to reconsider his decision to bar you from my ring. Perhaps you should wait, find out what he says.
I know how these things work. The outcome is usually rigged, and I'm imposing on Gabrielle.
Well, then impose on me.
Are you asking me to stay with you?
No, I am offering you a temporary position looking after my dogs. Zara and I have to go out of town for the next week on family business, and Linus is going to come with us.
Of course. You can go a week without your butler.
I will ignore that. The problem is I can't take Figgy with me.
Of course not. Her puppies are much too young for the stress of travel.
Oh, well, Gabrielle's agreed to keep an eye on them. She usually does when I go out of town.
Then you don't really need me.
Well, Figgy doesn't, but her puppies do. They're at an age when they need to become accustomed to people handling them. Now, I can't expect Gabrielle to come over and interact with them for 2 to 3 hours every day, so I'd like to hire you to do it.
I appreciate the offer, but the last thing I want is to be indebted to you.
There you go again with that snobbish pride. Oh, no, please, I would hate for you to feel indebted to me.
Donovan, you can't blackmail me into working for you. Fine. If I get to eat the cake, I'll look after your puppies.
People say I'm ruthless in my business dealings. Can't imagine why.
Parents?
Yeah. And Zara, too, when she was little.
You all look so happy in this picture. So, well, normal.
Well, we are eating off gold plates there.
Those are paper plates. You keep surprising me.
You mean I surprise your preconceptions of the...
I'm pretty sure I've already apologized for being too quick to judge.
My cell phone number. Keys to the house. In case you get here at a different time, Miss Gabrielle.
But I don't know how Felicity might feel about that.
Why would Felicity care?
I did see her shopping for a wedding dress.
You think I'm engaged to Felicity?
It doesn't matter to me one way or the other.
I'm not.
I don't really care.
Not that I've thought about it.
So then you're in love with her. Sorry, it's none of my business.
Does love really matter when it comes to marriage? Perhaps it's best to marry someone with whom one is well suited. Perhaps only fools wait for passion to come and kick them in the chest, steal their wits.
I think you and Felicity are very well suited. And you would be a fool not to marry her. Bliss is probably wondering why I haven't taken her out for a walk yet. So I should go.
Elizabeth,
I hope you have a good trip.
There's that sigh again. You've been very moody the last few days.
I'm just bored with this book. I think I'll go check on the puppies. Lizzie, there you are. I need to ask you a big favor. Well, then you'll have to come with me. I'm going across the street.
I'm coming too. Henry invited me to this charity event on Saturday. It's a tennis tournament / ball. I am so nervous, I can barely stand it.
Well, that wouldn't be my idea of a good time.
Well, that's too bad because I was just about to ask you to come with me.
Well, don't ask me. I am being paid to play with puppies.
Oh, come on. It's just one night. We'll leave that afternoon and we'll come back the next morning.
You said Donovan only needed you to handle the puppies a few hours a day.
Right, and you'll be back in plenty of time for that.
Jenna, come on. You don't want me as a third wheel on your romantic date.
It wouldn't be like that. This place is supposedly as big as a hotel. Henry already said it was fine. Quote, the more the merrier. Pretty please.
Thanks. All right. Thank you. I hope you two brought something to wear to the ball tonight.
Our mother owns a bridal shop. We have dresses for every occasion.
Are you sure we're ready for this occasion?
Thank you.
Henry, are you allowed to just go right in?
I spent more time here as a teenager than I did in my own house. You can stop it here.
I feel like we just walked into a movie.
Or a museum.
Ah, there he is. He's on the patio with Zara. We'll go let him know we're here.
Did he just say Zara? Jenna, are we at Donovan Darcy's estate?
I don't know. I don't remember Henry saying that.
Miss Scott!
Do you have any better occupation other than showing up where you're not wanted?
My sister has a very useful occupation. She's a teacher. She taught at the most prestigious school in Washington, D.C.
Really? And what school might that be?
Weston High School.
My turn?
Yep.
Well, only took us 2 hours to get here. Thought there'd be more traffic.
Lizzie, I didn't know you were coming.
Nor did I.
Well, I told you I was bringing a couple of people.
I'm sorry, I didn't know Henry was bringing us here.
You didn't? Huh.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have tagged along.
I don't know if we should believe her, Donovan. Well, I'm glad you're here. I was just about to checkmate my brother if you want the next game.
Thank you, Zara. But I can't stay. I have to go back to New York. I'll go call a cab.
I don't know why you're leaving. No one said you have to go.
Did you see how Donovan was looking at me?
How was I looking at you?
I'll just let you two talk.
You don't have to leave. Zara wants you to stay.
What do you want?
Where else I want you to stay?
What will your Aunt Violet say?
You afraid of my aunt?
She's terrifying.
I'll tell you a secret. She's more afraid of you than you are of her. And I like to watch her squirm, so stay for that, if no other reason. Or don't stay, if you'd rather go. But as far as Zara and I are concerned, you're welcome here.
Well, I did bring a fabulous dress for tonight, so...
Good. I'm glad. I'll have a tennis match to win.
What did I just do? Your brother certainly likes to play to win, doesn't he?
Oh, well, his opponents. They pledge double if he wins. Oh. He raises more money for the foundation that way. Thank you. He's kind of a hunk, isn't he?
I think I'll keep my opinion of your brother to myself.
Well, that's different. Most women, they fawn all over him. Like Felicity. Donovan, you have such patrician features. Dare I say, you would father the most attractive children the world has ever seen. Oh, here it comes. Donovan's about to win. He always wins, and I always hand him the trophy. But you know what? I think that you should hand him the trophy today, so I'm gonna go.
Zara, come back here. What are you doing?
I'm supposed to give you this. Congratulations on the win.
I'll look forward to seeing that fabulous dress of yours tonight.
Hey, Felicity. I saw that touching scene of the two of you on the tennis courts. You must think he's your knight in shining armor. You're not here by accident. You're after Donovan.
I'm not interested in Donovan.
Then why are you trying so hard to get his attention? Even stooping so low as to use poor Zara? I'm the one who's put the time in with that spoiled girl, not you.
And I actually defended you to Zara.
Oh, stop. You have no respect for who I am to the Darcy family.
Not anymore, I don't.
You deserve everything that's coming to you.
What's that supposed to mean?
You'll see.
Oh my my gosh, I love this place. What is it? What happened? Lizzie!
Like I don't belong here. I can't tell who's real or fake, who's friend or foe.
This is a charity party, and they're all friends. Except for Felicity, of course.
I don't know if I should tell Donovan what she said about Zara.
Of course you should. Just not tonight. This is such a gorgeous party. Let's just enjoy it for one night, okay? There's Henry. He wants to introduce me to some of his friends. I hope they like me.
You need a sparkling glass in your hand.
So it shows how nervous I am?
Don't know why you'd be nervous. You look... Take my breath away.
You said it like you meant it.
I meant it. It's irritating to me how attractive I find you. Makes it difficult to think straight around you. I don't like it.
Well, it is annoying when the person you can't stand is so almost charming.
We do have a dilemma. And I think there's only one way to address it.
What's that?
Dance. Shall we?
Know what else is annoying? How well you do everything. Tennis champion, and now divine dancer.
Takes two to dance.
I feel like I'm living someone else's charmed life.
May I cut in?
Grant Markham?
Aren't you happy to see me?
This is my dance, and I intend to finish it.
Be sure to mind your wallet with her. She once tried to pick mine.
No.
What's that about? You know him?
Yes. I'm sorry. I have to go.
Think you can run away from me?
Do not touch me.
You can't hide from this. You tried to mess with my son and his future. I told you there'd be a price to pay, didn't I?
Now I'm cutting in. The lady asked you to leave her alone.
Don't forget his manners, Donnie?
Yeah. I think it's time for him to go.
Excuse me. Would you please see this gentleman to his car? He's bothering our host.
You can't treat me like this.
I think we just did.
You can't treat me like
Get
that.
home safe.
Let's get you something to drink, shall we?
I've ruined your party.
I say you made my party. These people thrive on gossip.
I don't belong here. Your aunt and Felicity invited Markham because they want me gone.
Well, then let's shut her up. Let's shut them all up.
Anyone who enjoys the game of will he or won't he propose to Felicity Robson has their answer. He won't.
How could you humiliate me like this, Donovan? How?
I considered you a friend, Felicity, but a friend wouldn't bring a snake into my house like... What's his name?
Grant Markham.
A friend wouldn't bring a snake like Grant Markham into my house, and I see no reason for you to be here any longer. Are you either, Aunt Violet?
How dare you? Show some respect.
You will get my respect the moment you start respecting me. Now, where were we?
Thank you for a lovely evening. It's time for me to say goodnight. don't have to keep checking up on me. Just go have fun.
I've had so much fun. And I danced and danced. And so many people were asking me about you. And whether or not you're Donovan's new girlfriend.
I'm not his girlfriend.
That kiss said otherwise.
That kiss didn't mean anything.
Oh, come on. We all saw the sparks flying. You can't tell me that you didn't feel something.
All I feel now is hungry.
Oh, you poor thing, you didn't eat. I'll go make you a plate, okay? I'll be right back.
Donnie, I gotta tell you, that kiss that you laid on Jenna's sister, that was the highlight of the night.
Kiss was to shut Aunt Violet up.
The kiss was because you liked the girl.
Why would I like? Why would I like Elizabeth Scott? She's overproud,
beautiful,
and crass,
intelligent, kills it in a ball gown, brings you trophies, all those kinds of things.
Yeah.
You are absolutely fascinated by her. That's a fact.
We have to go. We have to leave. Come on.
What happened?
Come on.
What happened? Jenna? What's going on?
You're calling a cab at this hour?
We're going back to New York.
We're not sticking around so you can use my sister.
Please wait. Please let me explain.
Don't try to pretend Jenna misunderstood you.
Okay, I said some unflattering things. But if she had just waited 2 minutes longer, she would have heard me tell Henry that I was just pretending when I said I didn't feel anything for you when I kissed you, because I did. I have spent my whole life guarding myself against the hidden agendas of various women, my aunt included. But you made it past my defenses, and you made it into my heart. And I've decided that we belong together.
You've decided. You don't get to decide who I belong with.
And I know that. And I know that I'm bumbling this apology, and it's hard to do with you standing here with your bags in your hand. I've only just realized that all of my obsessive thinking of you these past few weeks is because I've fallen in love with you.
An unfortunate fact for you, I see.
Oh, but only because you're so obstinate. And clearly I enjoy an obstinate woman.
Please just leave me alone.
Are you serious? What did he say?
He had the nerve to tell me that he's in love with me. I really wish you wouldn't go. Don't think we aren't grateful. We are so, so grateful. But it's time. That's not true. Darcy wouldn't want you to go. Look, he sent you a letter. Came by messenger this morning. I don't want it.
I'll make sure she reads it. Then I'm gonna read it.
I don't want to know what it says.
So I won't tell you.
Okay, tell me what it says.
He thanks you for never being anything other than honest with him. He says that you're the first woman he's ever met that doesn't treat him differently because of his money. Don't even seem to care about his money. He likes that you're willing to challenge him at every turn. Talks about how he sees so many things differently because of you. He says that love changes people. Listen, he really loves you. I think you should stay.
He once told me that he's known for being ruthless in business. That letter is just from a wealthy man who's found something he can't have, and now he wants it. I don't want to stay here. I want to go home.
Okay. No more avoiding me, Elizabeth Ann. I talked to Gabrielle, and she said you had some kind of a romantic disaster.
It wasn't romantic, and there was no disaster.
Oh? Well, it certainly looked like romance from this picture I saw online.
What?
And I looked him up. His name is Donovan Darcy. He's handsome. He's rich. He's famous.
He's also arrogant and entitled.
Except when he's not.
You're not being helpful.
Well, did you know this says that he gives away all sorts of money to fund all kinds of schools and health clinics in poor areas? Like, this one says that he gives away more money to charity than anyone else in all of New York.
Let me see those.
Isn't that a man who changes lives?
It's Weston High School.
And, along with your reinstatement, the board has also voted to fast-track the raise you'd normally get after 5 years. That's, almost a 20% increase in your salary.
Wow. That's surprising. What happened?
This is off the record. But we've received some information about Grant Markham. Information that puts his assertions against you in a different light. Mrs. Markham has also apparently been privy to this information. She's resigned from the board and withdrawn her son from this school.
And this information, would it have come from Donovan Darcy?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Well, then I won't say what I think of the board's priorities and how this school is run.
Elizabeth.
So I'll just leave it at thank you, but no thank you.
Oh, Lizzie, you just missed it. The sweetest reunion. He literally swept her off her feet. He picked her up and he twirled her in his arms.
What are you talking about?
Isn't it amazing? Henry said that he's rented a place near here so he can come down on the weekends to be close to me.
Should have rented a place sooner. Donnie actually said as much. He said that if I didn't follow my heart, he would beat the daylights out of me.
Donovan said that?
Right before he fell off the face of the earth.
What do you mean?
He's gone missing. He and Zara both, actually. That is, no one knows where they've gone.
I'm happy that the two of you are going to be together.
Thank you.
Is it too soon to look at wedding dresses? Mom!
Let's go humor.
Hi, Donovan? It's me, Elizabeth. It's very important that I talk to you. Apologize to you. Say how sorry I am for the way that I left. It was wrong of me to do that. I read your letter. I read it over and over again, and it's beautiful. And I'm in love with you, too. I left Donovan another message. Told him I moved back, that I'll be looking for a teaching job here, and that I'll be staying with you in the meantime. Told him I'm pretty much waiting on his doorstep for him to come back. He didn't say anything to you about where he might be going?
No. I think he broke his heart.
I broke my own heart, too. If only he'd come home.
On the bright side, there's a dog show this weekend. You could enter Bliss. No, Donovan's not on the schedule as a judge.
Well, I'll do it anyway. You look very pretty today, Bliss. But I don't know if my heart is in it. Okay, fine, I'll stick it out.
Number one? Now calling number one.
Hey, are you number one? They're calling you, and the judge doesn't look too happy about it.
Always late.
you're here.
Scott, I listened to your messages. They're very satisfyingly contrite messages.
Yes. Contrite. So contrite.
I was especially satisfied to hear your confession of love.
Does that mean you still...
Am I still in love with you? Yes. Even more than I knew. And I'm still very firm in my decision. You and I belong together. Although, you are a difficult woman to sweep off her feet.
Consider me swept.
Get ready to fall in love every weekend.
I have a date?
Hallmark Channel's countdown to Valentine's Day. 5 all-new romantic comedies. Every Saturday and Sunday at 9, 8 Central. Countdown to Valentine's Day starts next Saturday at 9 on Hallmark Channel, the heart of romance.